Hi, my name's Andrew.
And my name's Austin. Our dad is sick with Emmy.
We are praying for him.
I wish I could play sports with him.
I wish I could play football with him.
Austin and Andrew, April 9th, 2007, 6 months and almost 3, and Daddy is taking them on a laundry basket ride.
On your mark.
Dad, go!
Go! Let's go again. Whoa, spin around. Ready?
Andrew says, keep in mind I just ate. Andrew looks a little bit like Austin did at this age. Andrew looks just like Austin did. He's not cracking a smile. Here we are, April 18th, 2007. Tom just turned 30. We have a filet steak meal. And now this is our after dinner festivities with Austin and Andrew dancing and playing and laughing. And here's one of their little tricks that's fun to watch.
Okay, ready? Austin, we'll count to 3 and then we'll run into each other. Ready? Watch it. Wow! Yeah! Whoa!
We trust God because He is holy
And he loves us,
and He is good.
and he has a plan for us.
I've been sick for 6 years. ME is myalgic encephalomyelitis. That's stands for muscle. Algic is pain. Encephalo is brain. Myel is spinal cord. Itis is inflammation. It's a neuroimmune disease that unfortunately has also been called chronic fatigue syndrome, and it has nothing to do with fatigue. I'm sick. I'm not fatigued. I I spend 22 hours in bed on average per day, and that is due to functional limitations and orthostatic intolerance, which means I have to be laid back with my feet up off the ground due to blood flow issues. And what it feels like to have ME is it's a living torture. I have pain in my central nervous system. This developed in probably year 2 of my illness, and my illness has gotten worse because in the last year, that's when I've started averaging 22 hours a day in bed. Prior to that, 6 years ago, it was disabling when and I didn't even have the symptom of neuropathic pain like I do now, and so I probably spent an average of 16 hours a day in bed then, and it's worse now. The neuropathic pain, what that feels like is that my entire central nervous system is toxic, that it feels like it's decaying, and it comes in waves throughout the day of severity, and it's intolerable at its worst. And then when it dissipates some, I still feel sick, like the flu-like immune feeling of when you have the flu and you're on the couch. That's what I feel like after the pain level is removed. I have that flu-like feeling. This illness also doesn't have any FDA-approved treatments. So the only thing I can do is try to minimize the symptoms with drugs that are not very effective, and they're doing nothing to treat the underlying illness. Now, a big reason I'm doing this video is I want you to get to know the ME community. It's a community that needs a lot of support. Historically, it has not had the support or anyone to champion for them. Now, I want to make it clear that I want to get better. I want to be my old self, having my old life back, playing sports, and enjoying that feeling of strength and being able to run and just use this body that God gave me to glorify Him, and to use this mind to do my calling that I had as a financial planner. I was a CFP, and when people ask me now what do I do for a living when I'm out and people think I'm well, it's an awkward question since I haven't worked in 6 years. So I just tell them I used to be in financial services, now I'm in medicine, and that's usually enough to satisfy them.
Hi, my name is Christine Jarrett, and I am Tom Jarrett's wife, and I just wanted to share with you a little bit about why the ME/CFS community is so heavy on our hearts. Not only have we experienced this illness firsthand and seen the devastating effects, but we have also learned of many other families who have faced this illness for decades and have sought out help in every aspect that they can, whether that be from the medical community or from researchers or from government funding, to no avail. Just to give you a little bit of an idea of the kind of funding that MECFS receives, they receive $5 million a year from the government, and compare that to MS that receives $115 million, or to asthma that receives $284 million. MECFS with the $5 million, it ranks just below hay fever. And when you think of how it's so disabling to its patients, $5 million just is not going to be enough to do the research that's necessary to get to the bottom of what's causing this illness, or to find any kind of treatment or cure for this illness. So we have an exciting opportunity right now in the United States. Dr. Ian Lipkin, who is a world-renowned scientist who is a director at Columbia University, is interested in MECFS and is actually very eager to study it. So he has proposed a study, a microbiome study, to really get to the bottom of what is happening inside the bodies of people with MECFS. So he went to the NIH and requested a grant of $1 million and was denied. So the study cannot go forward without funding. So the next option, and the only option, is to turn to crowdfunding, asking patients, families, and friends and communities to help support the research, to bring about cures and treatments and just an understanding of this illness. So that's what's happening right now. And so we are very thankful for all of you here today who are hearing our story, and the musicians who are playing to help benefit this cause. It's very exciting to be able to say that there's a place that money can actually go that can help this illness to really get the research it needs, and hopefully someday soon, in the not too distant future, we can say that this study was the doorway into finding a cure for MECFS. So thank you for your consideration, and more information will be to come of how you can be a part of this exciting new opportunity. Thank you.
There are so many people in my dad's illness community that hurt and do not know Jesus.
We pray for them by name. Please help my dad feel better.
Thank you.
Thank you.